right, man. You know, you got some Lions fans and publications pushing for the Detroit Lions to sign wide receiver Marquis Goodwin. A lot of people don't feel like it's enough oomph at receiver for the Detroit Lions. Man, I like I said, I like what they doing at receiver. You drafted these guys, or you traded for some of these guys, and you gonna roll the dice with them. So I don't really have an issue with it, but I think people concern is, how inconsistent J-Mo been, how they been not really trustworthy. Getting J-Mo the football, that kind of changed last year. He was the one receiver that did show up in the AFC Championship game and all that stuff. So I think people feeling comfortable about that. You lose Josh Reynolds, so it seemed like they knew that was kind of going to happen. That's why they got Donovan Peoples-Jones. He had some injury history, some inconsistent quarterback play at Cleveland. He had one good year at Cleveland. A lot of it been, inconsistent quarterback play, some injuries, a big body receiver, athletic. I mean, can Josh Reynolds kind of do some things that he can't do? I can't even say that. I think he just had a really good rapport with Jared Goff, playing with him for years, and with Donovan Peoples-Jones. I mean, what he can do, similar body type, what he can do down the field athletically, what he can do stretch the field and high point the ball and do some athletic things. I think he's a little bit more saucier than Josh Reynolds. And with a consistent quarterback play, he might be even more consistent. I think he's more talented physically, So, and then Khalif Raymond, I mean, people forget how important he was. He was injured down the stretch too. So they said they like the development that they seen from what's the guy's name? Antoine Green. I mean, explosive receiver. Probably just lacking some just some coaching and some experience, and they say that's why he was active all last year. So I mean, why continue to add? If you're gonna add somebody, you might as well go add somebody. You feel me? And what I mean by you might as well go add somebody. Like, okay, make it be. I'm not just know some of these guys ain't available. Mike Evans or Randy Moss or a DK Metcalf. You go add a top dog. That I can understand. Okay, we just gonna put it over the top. Understandable. Maybe even a Cortland Sutton, maybe something. Okay, but at this point, Goodwin to be just a good cushion, but he always injured. He has a stretch. Especially Seattle, he had a couple games where shit looked like he was one of the best deep threats in the game. He just can't stay healthy. And if they were going to add a receiver, I think it'd be more of a physical receiver, more of a Mike Thomas, or more of a guy on the outside that can, bigger type of receiver. So they gonna roll the dice. They put a lot of assets into that receiving core, from draft picks for Donovan Peoples-Jones or trade, draft pick and Jameson, draft pick in St. Brown, draft pick in Antoine Green. They just paid Khalif Raymond. So when we start kind of adding this stuff up, Goodwin, he'd be depth. But then don't forget, you got some guys on the practice squad. The kid from Eastern Michigan, what's his name, Dylan, whatever his name is. They just signed another receiver from somewhere off the practice squad. So when you start kind of just going through these type of things, you start to look at, these damn trucks getting on my nerves today, bro. Straight trucks, tractor trucks, whole nine. But once you start kind of look at it okay, he'd be a good depth guy. Most definitely, he'd be an excellent depth guy. Tremendous depth guy. But you're gonna roll with your young guys, and hopefully they remain durable, and they grow and they get better and they stay ready. So Goodwin, I mean, shoot, you know, he just ain't never been able to be healthy. You know, but one thing he brings is when he healthy, dynamic. Another speed receiver, dynamic, explosive. What he can do down the field is just great. You know, but at the end of the day, Brad Holmes gonna trust the receiving corps. But it's one of them positions where you don't want to be late. It's like when you're throwing the ball outside the hashes, you don't want to be inaccurate. You don't want to be late, because it can go for 6. In the receiver position, unless you can go out there and trade for somebody that already knows the offense or already is familiar with Jared Goff, you don't want to be late. So when you, like, something happen and you got to bring somebody in, especially into the season, and you don't like your depth or you don't have nobody step up, that could be a problem. Then you got to go out there and try to probably find somebody like you did to save that other season when they went to go find Josh Reynolds, and then Goff started picking it up. So you got to look to trade for Brandon Cooks. You got to start looking for receivers that Goff is familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Or who know the system. So, you know, that's the thing about it, is because if you're going to pick up a receiver, you're going to be forced to pick up somebody you truly don't believe in your depth. Boy, oh boy, is the longer you wait, the more hell it's going to be. So you can't afford to be late on this one. That I will say, you cannot afford to be late. So, you know, if you gonna get a receiver, hey, you know, they want to wait to post June 1st cuts, whatever it is, and see what else out there and add a guy, see if they make the team. Hey, do it as soon as possible so he can start getting the report out pack. You know, but if you truly believe in William, you know, J-Mo, Antoine Green, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, Diamond Peoples-Jones, if you gonna believe in them, believe in them. If you ain't quite sure, and you got an opportunity to get somebody like you really like, which they should have got DeAndre Hopkins last year, I said that. That's all they was missing. You know, they let DJ Shark slide by. I mean, so be it. Starting to probably think he was more trouble than he was worth in the locker room. You know, but Marquis Goodwin, hey man, if he could stay healthy, man, he'd probably be paid in the shade and be a 1,000-yard receiver every year. But you know, if it was a fifth, what Uncle Shannon Sharp said, we all be drunk. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts. Well, not Apple, but y'all know them. Other channels in there as well too. Peace.